What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 173, being recorded on August 24th, 2022, which brings us to 28 days till Andor. So again, we've fallen under that 30-day mark, so I'm so happy about that. I'm crossing my fingers. Yeah, because
seriously,
dates seem to disappear and reappear in the time frame, so we'll definitely be getting into some of that right now. But before we get on to all that, I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here with me.
What's up, nerds?
We've got Bootleg Joe.
Yo.
I've got Grand Admiral Franz from, again, traveling, the distant traveler.
Hello, all.
We got Ernie the Fallen Fett.
Hey, guys, what's up?
And Kyber Crystal.
Hi, everyone.
We got a full house again. I love it. This is so good.
Hey, Chris, you want me to change your sheets?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Put a little chocolate on his pillow.
No, go away.
You want me to You let me in.
Oh,
Love that movie.
Well,
Oh, man.
I hope everybody's in a good mood today because, of course, we got Star Wars
Now.
to talk about. Yeah. But before we get into all that, of course, we want to shout out our Patreons who make this show happen every week. So, Scott, go for it.
Okay. Thank you, one and all, to all of you Patreon subscribers. We really appreciate you. If you would consider, if you're not a Patreon member, log on to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast and donate, just like our new patron that arrived today. Thank you very much, Nicholas Schaefer. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Patreon crew.
Welcome.
We call it the Pit Crew. Thank you, Nicholas. We really appreciate that. And along with our new pal, Nicholas, we've got Ryan and the Star Joes, Cliff, Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 Network, Flavy Davy, formerly of the Nerds with Attitude, Don the Dad Dorn, Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine, Gavin Connor of the Holy Hour All Cure podcast, Crystal Lamphere, Brandon and Anya Epler, and of course, we can't forget AJ from the Forbidden Panel. So thank you, one and all. We appreciate you.
Awesome. Anybody feels so inclined to join that exclusive Pit Crew list, the link is in the description below. Feel free.
I mean, there's
to check
only
it
so
out.
many in the whole world.
Yeah, just like
Right?
the Disneyland passes, we only have, I'm not going
Yeah.
to say how many, but we only have a few before we sell
Select
out of our
few,
Patreon list. Yeah,
Hustle in there. We're only taking so much money.
that's right. After that, it's, you can't handle anymore.
See, my hope is for the list to get so long that we need our own little separate podcast just to give everybody a shout out. That would be amazing.
That'd be awesome because we do it too. Yeah. Patreon Tuesdays. I see our pit is in full swing and being digested as we speak also. So, Scott, why don't you go ahead and recognize everybody that's in there?
You got it. We've got Lax Sivrek. We've got Gordon Skalski. We've got Papa Schmitty. Bootleg Joe's in there, of course, just like he's just right next to me. It's like he's in two places at once. It's always so impressive. We've got let's see, Mando Mike, Santo 1414, Arizona Toy Hunters Guild, the Nerd Alert. Oh, we've got a whole crew in there. Hey, Mervine's in there. What's up, Mervine? And the Fallen Fett. Not only is he right here, but he's over there too. Yeah, there.
Did you get AZ Toy Hunters Guild?
I did. Arizona Toy Hunters Guild.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, as everybody starts popping in and starts chatting it up, we did kind of like prelude that there's some missing release dates happening around the Star Wars land. And here's the thing. I know, like, things that we've seen during Celebration, that we deem official tends, I guess, not to be official, because I swear the Bad Batch, I swear I saw September 28th at the end of the trailer of the Bad Batch when it says streaming September 28th. Now the rumor or the thing, see, nothing's official, guys. This is all like the internet exploded.
Noticed. It was noticed on the internet.
Yeah, it was noticed that the
Right.
Bad Batch has been taken off the release date, I guess, or
That's all it is. There's no release date right now on it.
Yeah.
It's not saying officially what the release date is, which is weird.
This is a perfect place for the Fallen Fett to have that loser horn from The Price is Right there. I mean, there we go.
There you go. Come on,
Nope.
Disney.
You don't even know the day.
Yeah. So
So
again,
coming
is that
soon.
So speculation is pushing it back, right? Just like they push back Andor. So and then people are saying, well, they never had an official release date anyway, so really wasn't a. But I thought I
No,
saw
they
one.
did, because
Yeah.
we specifically knew
Yeah.
what day Andor started and what day Bad Batch started, and we
Yeah.
knew that they were going to overlap by 2 episodes or something. We even theory crafted through that
Yes.
the first 2 episodes would be setting up the other one. You know what I mean? We knew that we thought at that point, since they were doing the pushback, that they were going to connect a little bit.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
obviously might not happen because nothing ever happens. But
Right, exactly. Hey, welcome, Miss Sunflower. So she says, this is also something that I saw on the internet too. So she's saying, so will everything get delayed because Andor was delayed? Does that mean Mando season 3 will not be February 23? Yeah, I mean,
probably.
everybody's wildly speculating now is the Andor pushback, the whole slate pushback. I don't see. I mean, I don't see how one show, but you won't see.
At least it's not like they're pushing it back to like next year, and they're not pushing back a ton. It was a couple weeks, right? So for whatever the reason, if they needed some room for something to breathe, I kind of get it, but it's messy when you keep doing that.
But it is weird with everything they were pushing, because they did have these dates, they had everything out. We were getting Wednesday night, but like that, She-Hulk got released, and now that's Thursday nights. And when we get Andor, it's supposed to be the first 3 episodes.
Yes,
that's going to be a long night to stay up, or
you
know what I mean?
So it's going to be a 2-hour premiere. That's what the runtime equals around a little over 2 hours. So 2:00 in the morning, that's when I'll be going to bed.
It's a little bit weird. I wonder what is going to happen. Are we doing even some rescheduling of when shows are going to be on?
Yeah, I feel the D23 is in a week and a half, I think it is. So I feel that's when we'll get solid info on a lot of, because Disney Plus has a panel, has a thing, right? So and they're doing a Disney Plus show that we'll talk about in a second for Disney Plus Day. The dates, and again, I know that they solidified Andor. They I mean, that is set in stone. The first 3 episodes on the 21st, that's what we're getting. And then I think D23 might shed light on the entire slate. Maybe another whole slate that they're going to be coming out. Maybe they're canceling things. I feel like they're in a kind of a mad scramble a little bit. Like they were doing good, and then.
Well, as far as Ernie's question, like the dates, do you think? I thought I heard that they were going to like give everything a special day. Like not everything is going to be on Wednesdays like it's been. It's going to be like Star Wars Wednesdays, right? Marvel Thursdays.
Correct.
Friday.
They're switching stuff up because of what we had for both shows showing at one time. The numbers did drop a little. Although then in the morning, it seemed like everybody was waking up and watching Miss Marvel. At the same time, though, you do have people who aren't giving some of those shows a chance, who feel like it's just a little too much on the Marvel end right now. But it's really not. Those are great shows. So if they are going to separate us and give us these different days and time slots, I do think that will work out better. I really don't think we have anything to worry about as far as something getting removed or taken away. Yeah. Because also a lot of these shows, I saw Mando Mike make a comment that, let them do what they're going to do, but they've already been ready to go.
Yeah.
So it's just been kind of on hiatus waiting, and it's a scheduling. That's the only thing. So I think the scheduling is to separate everything so that everybody isn't feeling this overwhelmed feeling, not overwhelmed, but like I'm saying, what they were saying about the whole Marvel show, because we had Moon Knight and then it went into Miss Marvel and then you still had Obi-Wan going on at the same night. It wasn't getting the numbers like they had wanted to. So now let's separate and push
a little bit of space could do.
Correct.
In the streaming world, do they really care about if it was at that moment when it released, or is it like just through the week? Because most of us watch it at midnight, right? But I would still catch Moon Knight by Saturday. It wouldn't I was ignoring it.
They're looking at those first round numbers. They are. They're looking at the first round numbers and what it is. Then after, I mean, and even Favreau and Filoni have said this, is you just said you rewatch Boba. That's a good thing. Those numbers are still going through,
but it's always about the opening date, just like movie theaters, right?
And that's
opening date numbers.
That's what they're looking at as far as, so why did we have a drop on Miss Marvel? Well, because everybody was watching Obi-Wan. I mean, honestly, there was a lot more watching Obi-Wan.
We still
than
watch
Marvel.
Those. It's just because
I'm with Chris. I did watch it with Saturday, but to them, projection wise and number wise was, it's dropping because it didn't raise until Saturday. Well, no, everybody was more. Correct.
If they take that, it's a little misconstrued. Like it's a little. They're not looking at the overall views and entries and stuff like that. They're looking at, this didn't do good. Let's cancel season 2. because opening day didn't do it, but they still got 1 million views throughout 6 months. Or
Yeah.
All speculation, because it still could be September 28th, and because nothing official, just like Andor was official, that was official move. This was nothing official, either said or debunked. So we still might get a 28th date on there, and maybe they're
Since
just
we
waiting
don't
for,
know. Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So of course, what we do here, we look through all official sources first. But it is Rampart. I mean, it is everywhere. Meaning, like Bad Batch was moved back or whatever. And like Mando Mike did say something about if they're gonna push back something for Apollo show, absolutely, nobody is disputing that. I'd rather, like I said, I wish the sequels were like that. Like
Yeah, but
push
I
back
don't think
the whole
that
year.
Bad Batch qualifies as that. They're not going to
I
do
think
reshoots.
it's
Really
done.
on the
It's
animation.
in the can.
Done.
Yeah,
it's animation. You're kind of like, oh, my lighting is off, or my actor, I can see something wrong here. I want to tweet. It's done.
I just wonder if they're pushing it back so we don't have any overlapping themes, or if something's not
that could
revealed
be
a little early.
That could be it too.
Yeah.
That could be it.
See,
too.
whereas I thought they were moving it to make them combine, it could be the opposite. They moved one for something, and then they just need to keep the space because of what you're saying, because they need to separate it.
Right, because both of them take place during the dark times, so there is possibility for some overlap there.
Yeah,
and
more connections, because they're probably about 10, 15 years apart. But there should be connections to them. There should be.
We're assuming we know when all of the Bad Batch is taking place. They could be. We always say there could be a time jump. There's never a time jump, but we always say there could be a time jump.
There is. It's the next day. That's the next day time jump. So let's see. I'm with you, Mervine. At this point, just give me Andor already, especially after seeing that extended. We're done. Like what I said, 28 days, man. It's so cool. Let's push. Let's see. Cliff is saying if they're pushing back, I bet it's to keep content during each month, so that there isn't a reason to unsub. That could be a reason too. But the way we kind of like sequenced it out, I mean, we were getting a show because Mando. Okay, so February 3rd was Mando season 3, and it was like Andor, Bad Batch, Mando, because you still got Tales from the Jedi and Visions season 2 this fall also. So I mean, there is a lot of Star Wars content, but I think those are binged content. But there's gonna be a lot, and maybe they feel maybe that's just too much. Who knows? Like I think D23 will get the definitive answer because that's their slate. That's that's their when they're talking to everybody, and they have, like I said, they have a Disney Plus panel.
Yeah, I went to D23 a couple years ago before COVID and everything, and they had a lot of announcements. It was like the Mandalorian, everything was Mandalorian in there. So we did get a lot of really good information. Yeah. They had all the armor out, and it was pretty cool.
I think we're getting the Ahsoka cast, pretty sure.
Yes.
We're only a couple weeks away.
Like I said,
literally a couple weeks.
Yeah, we speculated what Disney Plus show what day was gonna be, and Star Wars had a thing, and now we know it's the Kenobi behind the scenes, which I think we even said that it's either Kenobi behind the scenes, an Ahsoka sizzle reel, or like Bad Batch and Andor are way too close to being like advertising. I mean, they're in advertising mode, yes, but not a like sizzle reel or anything.
A reveal. I think we'll get both those things we talked about. I think that'll both happen.
And Disney Plus Day is officially September 8th. And that is the day that is dropping, as well as like Thor, Love and Thunder. A few other things are dropping that day on Disney Plus. So
so that was cool. I'm all excited about behind the scenes, dude. I've watched that ILM behind the scenes at least 3 times. At least I've started. I mean, it is so in my wheelhouse of interest and everything, and seeing how things work and how it progressed. And again, a great time that we all were born into, that we had this. So
I've watched the Boba Fett one like 3 times.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't get enough of it, man. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's great. So just give me more behind the scenes. I love it all. It's so cool. And by the way, the trailer for that behind the scenes shows a lot of prequel footage, which is really cool too, because it's it's mirroring itself, it's carrying over, which I appreciate. It's not just all Kenobi, it's going back to like Hayden's time and the prequel era, stuff that we haven't seen. So that's going to be interesting too.
Science Fictionary Coruscant Radio Underground.
Welcome.
I keep missing y'all when you're alive, but it was great meeting you guys at Celebration. It was great meeting you.
Awesome. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you for being here live with us too, man. That's awesome. Phil Tippett. Phil Tippett runs. I mean, without that dude, we got nothing in this world. It's just
Seriously.
goes to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Hot Topic dropped an episode? Chris
No.
I wasn't shocked because I knew this was happening behind the scenes. But I implore everybody to go check out Hot Topics. It's on our playlist. It's on our link in our YouTube channel. Go see it because he breaks down the Mandoverse and all the production movies and I guess future movies, but production slate. Yeah, you did such a good job, Chris. I'm serious. Like, not just because you're on the show, I want to push it and get the numbers right. But the thing is, I watched it and I learned a lot more things that I forgot. Like, I forgot about that. I forgot about like Fennec Shans and or the tie-in that could possibly be to Omega. So, if you guys are interested in having the Mandoverse explained to you and a possible overarching story like Heir to the Empire and how the Disney Plus version of the Heir to the Empire is coming to fruition, again, I implore you to go watch that. Chris did a great job. He did a PowerPoint presentation, which was so easy to follow. I thought it was awesome, man. So welcome back, Chris.
Hey.
You can even just listen to the audio too.
Yeah, it is. Welcome back.
I'd like to thank my mom and my dad. If you guys can find my dad.
I listened to it while driving to work the other day, and I didn't need the graphics to follow along with what you were saying. You made it so clear and concise. It was very well done. I was impressed. But it was almost like it was in direct response. Somebody had commented on one of our episodes that why does everybody think that it's all leading to Heir to the Empire? And I mean, we've been laying it out for a long time, but you put it step by step and even how it could interconnect and how it could weave together.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. I'm down.
Gordon is telling Chris killed it on his Hot Topic. Come back. Miss Sunflower says great episode of Hot Topic. It was like I was receiving a Star Wars lecture. Loved it,
but in a good way. In a good way.
Oh, we love Star Wars lectures.
Boring. Yeah, not one of those boring lectures.
Well, thank you. It was fun. So yeah, I'm back to doing that. I'll try to do it weekly when I come up with something to talk about or complain about or explain or something. So we'll keep on that.
I'm assuming that you're talking about Chris here, but not to distract from the conversation. But does anyone else think that's weird that Bill Goldberg is on the panel tonight?
Shiny ass head.
That's a compliment, Chris. That's funny.
Gray beard.
Yes. Let's just get this right now. Don't forget to hit that like button for the digest. Thank you, Lax Navrak. Yes, thank you very much.
Everybody's on fire.
Crystal E, welcome. If she feels so behind, if you feel behind, go check out the Hot Topic. Chris will bring you up to speed on the Heir to the Empire, Disney Plus, whatever. But as far as our, what we're talking about here, we're kind of going over, what's out there. The Bad Batch being, I don't know if it's questionable if it's being moved or not or whatever. So. Well, stay tuned.
Just to give a tease real fast for those who haven't heard the Hot Topic, it just starts out with starting with Andor and where it's going to connect probably to, or Kenobi and Andor connecting with the path and through Saw's partisans. And from there, you can kind of just start drawing lines from everybody who's connected from the Mandalorian, in Ahsoka, in Kenobi, even in Bad Batch. You can start connecting dots and who belongs with who and who should interconnect from, like I said, Saw and the partisans, breaking off and being the path. Yeah. Grogu being part of the path at some point, Omega helping with the path. You can get everybody kind of connecting through these shows right now, past, future, 7 years behind, 10 years before, and they can all connect and lead to the same thing. And you can get introductions of characters that are going to be needed later on. It was a fun episode to do because it's what we talk about every week, and the theory crafting is my favorite part of this, this adventure work. So. It was a good, fun episode.
And when he says draw lines between, he is literally drawing lines from one to the other to just show you how it works. So
I learned how to do that on the fly right then. I was like, oh, this has a pen. And it started rolling.
I just still want to know when we're going to get Hondo finally.
It's in there.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Hondo wasn't in
Hondo.
I didn't go into Hondo.
Oh, you did touch Hondo.
You're right. I should have. Damn it! I'm going to have to do a special edition now.
Yeah, right. There's your Talon card.
That's my Talon card more than the Mandalorians. I use the Mandalorians in his spot, but Hondo would fit in there as well.
Yeah.
That's funny. Mando Mike says he won't mention he watched Hot Topic while on the John, like a popular science magazine.
He likes to look at my face when he's sitting on the shitter.
Yeah. And Gordon says, I'm sure that's a compliment. Absolutely, it's a compliment. I mean, all we do is compliment each other on this show. So,
totally.
There's one thing that I was when I was scouring the galaxy for news, and it's so funny how I come across a lot of High Republic stuff, and I just can't bring myself to conform a podcast around it just yet. I think it's gonna happen, just like Chris did with the Hot Topic. It has to be a High Republic thing because I do see some things trying to interweave itself within our current slate and stuff that's coming out. So again, I keep skipping it, but it's still out there. But what I did find out, which was cool, in November, there's a Yoda comic book coming out. The premises actually caught me. I was like, I think I might have to check this one out. It's him on Dagobah, and it's the years in between in Solitude where he's forgotten in the galaxy. Like the big, the main star of Star Wars, Yoda, is forgotten, and he's sitting on Dagobah. And the comic book is him reflecting, of course. This is where we get the High Republic stories, maybe some in-between stories, maybe some cool anecdotes. And I thought of one this week, and maybe you guys can help me out because this would be very, very cool talk. And I wanted to bring this up on the show is episode 2, Anakin killing the Tusken Raiders, revenging his mother's death. The only person that felt it was Yoda and Qui-Gon's ghost, right? Well, my question is, why didn't Yoda take action right then to tell anybody to do something about this troubled Jedi that went through this darkest time and not see something bad happening and not even confronting about it? I mean, he told nobody. It kept it to a secret. And this to me is almost like Yoda's bane. You know what I mean? Like this is something that there's a turning point that he could have stopped or confronted or stopped him from becoming a Jedi at all because of that action, and I started thinking about that a lot.
Well, he didn't know the exact action he took. He felt Anakin in pain, terrible pain. He didn't know what was wrong. He didn't know what had happened. He didn't know that he had killed everybody. He just knew he was in pain. It was more the mother than the anger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it just, I mean, so I'm assuming that what we're hearing, Yoda's hearing. So we heard the Tusken Raiders, we heard the slaughter of them, or Anakin fighting them, and then we heard Qui-Gon's voice. That's what we were hearing. That's when I felt like there's a ripple in the Force that we felt this. Maybe not the specifics, like you said, like Yoda's not saying like, oh, this will help me. He's avenging his mother, but he felt this whole thing. But to me, I thought it was kind of like weird that he would let this go and not confront Anakin about it or meditate on it or something. You know what I mean? But
I suppose I would headcanon that as once Anakin got back, Yoda knew that his mother had died. They would have told him, right? I mean, that would have been just common knowledge when they come back. What happened on this trip? They would have some kind of after action review, right? And he would know. So Yoda would be like, "Okay, this makes sense because I've been worried about this since he was 10 years old. That something with his mother would go on, and he's too attached to her, and yada yada."
Right? Yeah.
So I mean, not the headcanon that part, but it was like some of the stuff.
Sure.
Also, a war broke out like immediately, so I don't really think that he had a whole lot of time to confront Anakin about it before he was bringing troops into the fight and then off on different worlds fighting a war. I mean, I
thought about that too.
Something, but
I see a bunch of secret troops that a dead Jedi Master, signed up and
bigger fish to fry.
Well,
he was making bad decisions all day right there.
Yeah. I thought about that too. Like maybe if Yoda was just too distracted to the Clone Wars breakout and all those things. But I bring it up because I think the comic book would be a perfect opportunity to kind of explore that. You know what I mean? That would be a really cool reflection piece. Yeah, look, Cliff is saying too. It's like, oh, sorry, the chat just keeps going up. The Fall of the Jedi is 100% on Yoda and Windu. So yeah, that's and this would gets me too about the sequels and how Yoda was telling Luke like, don't worry about the Jedi text, don't worry about these things, and page turners they are not, right? All these things. I'm thinking like, well, maybe Luke was on the right path. Yoda, maybe you weren't. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, Yoda's not
cool.
the prime, but not Yoda. We take Yoda as the greatest of all time, right?
We do.
He was a Jedi Master during the High Republic, which is the greater time of the Jedi than we're in right here, right? Yoda took over, and it became his dogmatic view and his order and his rules and stuff, and that's when they fall. Yoda is to that point, it's Yoda's fault.
Yeah. And then Yoda didn't learn from his mistakes either, then, because it's great. But again, it's something cool to
failure is the greatest teacher.
Yeah,
and
he's
really good at it. So
yeah, Yoda will be sitting by himself on top of a mountain with no life in the galaxy. He's like, yeah, I learned my lesson. Everybody's dead. Like everybody's dead.
So whenever it comes to Luke showing up and he says too old, he's like, you know what? Never mind. Screw this. That was the old rule. I messed that up. Go ahead. Go be a Jedi. You're totally a Jedi Knight. Go to it, pal. You got this.
Oh man. Well, anyway, if you guys want to, last week we spun the wheel of randomness, and it was kind of like controversial subjects and stuff.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah. Yes. I thought, hey, chat, hey, Pitt, do you guys want us to spin the wheel?
Do you have any subjects you want us to put on the wheel?
Yeah, because
also, that would be fun.
We had a lot of fun with that, and there are some interesting things on there that could get heated again, like last week, But let us know in the pit if you guys want us to spin the wheel or continue talking about Yoda and his device. So
we're getting a lot of do-its.
So again, we'd have to see where that comic goes.
Do it.
Because who knows if that's what we're going to do. Again, we're kind of line talk here of, well, it's going to talk about all his mistakes, and it's not. It's going to be him building his hut. and hiding his pod, and you know what I'm saying?
Definitely is going to be
hugging Qui-Gon's cloak.
It's definitely going to tackle some of his heroics during the High Republic and him being badass, right? But I want to do some of the more, I do want to do some of the more darker times, and stuff. But
again, Disney, if you're testing it, that's the exact kind of storyline we've been wanting for Lando, right? Get Lando telling stories about the old days, then get Donald Glover to do the younger Lando.
When he gets time, Chris, he'll do it. We're gonna tell everybody.
Yeah,
we're gonna tell everybody we're doing this show, but in our lifetime, it might happen. I mean, or may not. But
Miss Sunflower wants us to do a Rogue One spin the wheel before Andor. That could be fun. Rogue One topics,
like a whole time. Okay, let's do that for another week. Before the week before Andor, let's do that.
Sure,
that'd be fun.
Just topics about including Catalyst.
Andor was
good book.
This weekend.
Is that Rogue One?
Yes, starts Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, something like that in IMAX.
There we go.
So that is the weekend release of Rogue One.
Perfect.
Gordon also wants us to do a top 10 predictions for 2022-2023.
Okay.
And Star Wars. That should be interesting.
That would be awesome. That would be like a year-end review kind of stuff too. Like, what do we expect? I think we mentioned this before, like what season, like we're in seasons, right? The year is our season, and Christmas time tends to be like the end of the Star Wars season because Mando season 3 kicks off the next season going off. That'd be kind of cool too. But I think the pit has spoken, and we do have the wheel ready because I think we kind of anticipated this this decision, right? So on here, guys,
veto their decision anyway. We need to spin the damn wheel. Let's go.
You know what? Real quick though, too. I do like Gordon's last one. I'll take things that Bib Fortuna might say for 20, Alex. We do need to take a. We do need to do a Jeopardy type one.
Oh, absolutely.
We can chime in and answer a little stray from our fixed trivia that you guys like to cheat at and make me lose. But now that Crystal's here too, she needs to join in that and see how much you guys cheat.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But then I do like the Jeopardy one because like we said, the Bib Fortuna, the Jabba no Bada.
What is De Wana Waigoa?
For 500. That would be a good one.
That's great. All right, guys. So on the wheel, you can see we still have some kind of controversial subjects like Slave One, Snoke, the Third Sister, the Return of the Jedi musical number, and so forth and so forth. Even Rose Tico is on there. So let's see what we could talk about here. I hope everybody can hear that.
Oh no! Oh God!
I knew it.
Oh. Hey!
Okay. This should be easy. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that from the wheel. But honestly, this should be really easy, right? I mean,
it is absolute garbage.
let's just put it this way: who here loves it? Who here in the pit here loves that's the greatest addition to the Return of the Jedi Special Edition? I mean, other than we can probably move on from that one. I mean,
that's like it's on the wheel.
We have to talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
I'm saying let's go reverse. Who loved it? You're not mad about it, Chris? You said.
I'm not mad about it. I find it kind of funny actually and entertaining when it's.
Is it Star Wars though? Like, is it something that belonged in Star Wars that at that moment in Jabba's palace?
No, I will say no, but it's funny. I don't know. I laugh every time. I'm like,
I agree. It's funny. We have the discussion about the Yub-Nub, song about the Ewok and the Jabba song when Ula was getting, ornery and he had to take care of her and stuff. And that was classic too. The Max Rebo band song, going off is awesome. And it's
to replace
iconic.
The Max Rebo band or add to the Max Rebo band was horrible.
Yeah,
I will agree with that.
Mando Mike loved it as much as Star Wars on Ice.
I think George Lucas was on ice right then.
Yeah,
so
he was on something. He was on something for sure. But I mean, some of the additions of like the additional band members were kind of cool. Like the drummers were kind of neat with their giant ass drum. That was cool. But once you get to the singing backup singer girls and the what's his name with the Yowza or whatever his name is with the giant mouth and the spit flying the digital spit flying everywhere. Oh God, it was just too much.
And the suave boba.
Oh yeah.
I got digits.
Hey baby.
He's like, I got digits.
There was nothing wrong with that part, but the rest of it, I mean, that's Boba Fett all day.
Laxiv Rag, you can't make love to Jedi rocks, but Lap T-Neck gives you the rhythm. Absolutely, 100%. That's another T-shirt.
It really turned into a Muppets type Dr. Teeth band type thing, right? I mean,
but not even that really, high quality though.
That's true. I mean, just the way you're saying, like, the digital was, I don't know. It was really weird to throw in there because there really is no explanation on why did we get that? Why did we need that?
No,
to say that he was always adding in things that he thought he missed or anything like that. It's like, really? You missed
it?
That?
Like killed the pacing of that Jabba's palace scene.
Yeah, and he said he always wanted to do a musical number in Return of the Jedi. It's like Temple of Doom. In the Temple of Doom, it worked. That was your opening sequence.
Opening.
That was it. That was the introduction from the, from action. That was the moment, that was great. But to just pump the brakes, go into a musical number with these ridiculous over-the-top animated characters.
Not only that, it works at the same time like Temple of Doom because you still had action going on in there. The song with the kicking of trying to get the jewel or getting the antidote and everything like that. There was still action scene going on with the music going into the background from the scene that was extended. This is straight a stop and here's a MTV music type video. Seriously, in the middle of it, right? Because that's what it's definitely is that it doesn't play to anything that's going on within the movie where it could have. Temple of Doom works, it really does. But that
Mando Mike saying the girls were okay because yes, we know Mike, you like girls, we know. Girls were okay. Yowza was too much. The drum guys were cool, and the lizard piano guy, okay. But Crystal E here says Temple of Doom is perfect, and yes, it really is. Even
my favorite indie film.
I love that movie. Yeah. So,
mine's The Last Crusade for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was that?
We can get rid of.
I like The Last Crusade. If we want to spin a different wheel.
Oh no, I love The Last Crusade, but Temple of Doom is my favorite. It's a horror movie.
There's only one that sticks out as being purely bad, and we all know which one that one is.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember his name
until 5 comes out, right?
Until 5 comes out. Sorry, didn't mean to go off topic there.
Yeah, we veered. We swerved back into our lane.
It's not off topic because Indiana Jones is still to this day Han Solo dreaming in carbonite.
Yes,
there you go.
That's how we chalk it up.
Is exactly what it is. So it's not going off a topic.
Yeah.
There's
I will
plenty
say this
of things in there to back it up. There is.
I will say this about the musical number in Return of the Jedi. Good. And I think George Lucas, like looking back, I think it reinforces his idea of what Star Wars is as a kids movie, right? I think kids probably like it. It's probably more memorable because
I don't think anybody liked it.
Well, even my son he's 23. He doesn't like it at all, but they reference that more than anything because it's so funny to them, and it's not because they like it. It's just something that they make fun of, but in a good way. Or that's a weird.
That's kind of a sign of failure right there, though. I mean, it's whenever your target audience is making fun of it because it's so dumb.
Oh, Star Wars is good at that, though. I mean, Star Wars has a lot to be. Hey, we love it. We're fans. We take everything, but there's a lot of things that we just go, hey, man, it happened. Whatever. There's a lot of things to make fun of in it, and the special editions didn't help. But I also think the purpose of it was George Lucas' reinforcement of this is a kids movie and this belongs in this type of the gimmicky stuff like the whoa and the stuff like that, because Ula's death and everything was pretty cool, pretty PG-13, right? Harder edge and everything. And that was like levity before that happens. And then they go back into the other song, so I don't know. Us, we adore Return of the Jedi as is. And I think, besides Crystal, I'll love it. And we want it out of our lives. So,
but I'm so good with Yub Nub being gone. So
yeah, about that.
No,
I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
Yub still needs
totally
to be
wrong.
No, that's totally wrong. Julie, every time we watch Return of the Jedi now, she's like, this isn't right. Where's the Yub Nub song? And she's right. That's if
I told you Lando's rhythm is off with without it.
Lando's rhythm is never off. That means the music is off.
Exactly.
Something's missing.
Is off.
Anytime Lando is the rhythm, so it's your head is off. There is no off.
Well, before we switch subjects, I do want to. Yeah.
Lax Sivrak just demoted Grand Admiral Franz.
Just demoted for the Yub Nub.
General Franz.
Shit.
No, he's just an ensign now. He's just an ensign.
Oh, you're an ensign. Yeah, you're a mud trooper. You're a mud trooper, Ed. You went back. Get on the front lines.
That's Franz in low places going down. Got it.
Joey, what do you think about the musical number? Yay or nay? Keith?
Everything has been said that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Including Yub Nub, right? Thank you, Joey.
I hated it since I first saw it.
But
it's not really the music. It's because I loved the original Cy Snoodle music.
It's a sin.
And just when that one animal came out with his mouth wide open, I was just, this is stupid.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean the ending musical part and with the Ewoks. I mean, I love either or, but
I'll take it. But
killed it for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
you're getting rid of Phil Tippett's amazing puppetry right there and replacing it with, we're all talking about how cool Phil Tippett is, and that right there is them getting rid of his work and replacing it with CGI nonsense.
Yeah,
and a terrible music number too. It's terrible.
Yeah, watch the ILM. Yeah, watch the ILM background, and you'll see Phil Tippett's demeanor, and it's he feels it too, man. He was out of a job right then and there.
Well, that too, and then when they showed like Max Rebo, and it was to Rick James, like I never knew that.
Yeah,
and I had to go back and I watched that scene, and I was like,
Super
oh my
freak,
god. Like I hear Super Freak now, just the way to see him move.
Yeah,
like
it's awesome.
Yeah,
you want to replace something, then go ahead do that. You can put Rick James in any Star Wars, and it's gonna be dope. Like that immediately would have been awesome. But I never ever knew that, and I had to go back and watch that scene. And it's like, okay, you can leave Super Freak in there. That's fine. Take away the other one, and you can replace it with Super Freak, and it still work.
Damn right.
Yeah,
But it all has to do with the music.
Stay to the face.
Yeah,
slap. All right. So let's spin the wheel again. Hey, let's do that again. That was fun. I'm hoping for another good topic there. That wasn't cut and dry as I thought it would be, but because Crystal threw that monkey wrench in there and says, she doesn't mind it.
Damn it, Crystal.
All right. Well, let's do this again. This is fun.
Oh no! Here
big
we go.
Big money.
No whammies. Oh,
stop.
Oh,
nice guy, Boba Fett.
All right.
We're talking about nice guy Fetty. Let's do it.
So I will open this conversation up with. I was talking to the guys, everybody here before we started recording it, that I was going ahead and binging Boba Fett. I haven't done that yet with Boba Fett series. I've always watched it, weekly, and then we talked about on the show, and it got too digested, if you will, when I was doing it in my head. So as I was binging it, I was like, this is actually really fun. But
it's
here
so
we go.
much better.
Yeah, with the topic at hand though, and I'm gonna throw this out there. I didn't realize through all the history of that Boba Fett and everything, but this show showed me that Boba Fett had a sense of humor. And maybe that is one of the flaws of people didn't care about the Boba Fett character, and this being the nice guy, kind of like the laissez-faire. Okay, I'll do this. Okay, you said it. Okay, I'll hire you instead of killing you. And the whole sense of humor behind his comments, his snarky comments, or his like, I thought I was the crime lord. I didn't think that was. I'll get to you in a second, Scott, because your hand's up. I didn't think that going back and watch this, I didn't think that was a character flaw. I thought that was him. How they wrote Boba Fett as this new era of Boba Fett. So that's probably why I put nice guy Boba Fett on the thing. So.
We saw all of 6 minutes of this character on screen before. He said 4 lines, right. And to think that he doesn't have some kind of sense of humor is kind of ridiculous. I mean, we're basing that off of comic books from the 80s and the 90s that nobody else other than us and a few other people have read that remember. I mean, a lot of people remember the comics, but nobody ever actually saw Boba Fett do really anything in live action. I'm one of the
in the comics.
In the comics, he was Mr. Straight Arrow, that he had no sense of humor. He had no personality at all, other than
what was the tagline?
I'm a
badass. The most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Yeah. And when that's said, even
his
with
answers were still just one-line sentences.
Yeah. Even with that even with that said, and that's your identity when you walk into a room, right? At the most feared. That's not what we got in the Book of Fett. We got somebody who survived the Sarlacc and became somebody else. And that's how I saw the Book of Fett binge watching it this time. Like, this dude is not the killer. And he admits he's not the killer before. And he admits that going through what he went through, the survival changed him. And Fennec called him out on it, saying like, that you made you soft. He goes, no, it made me stronger in his point of view. So the whole rule besides fear and respect thing kind of goes hand in hand. So watching it as a whole, it made a lot more sense to me. Now, whether people buy it, that's another story, right?
No, it is definitely better binged than it was week to week. And Mando Mike says Boba Fett should have stayed swallowed.
Wow, Mike. I'm keeping this PG-13.
Mike has a lot of wrong answers all the time.
Yes, he does.
I do want to challenge people to go back and binge it and see if your attitude changes a little bit.
Hey, look, I did binge it, and go ahead, Crystal.
After you, please.
Oh, hey, I don't want to talk over you this week, but look, I did binge it right after, and it is better, right? But there's still the same issues with it. There's still no real motivation. I guess I'll say it over and over again. Cad Bane asked the same question I do, and I swear that writers knew it. He said, "What's your angle here, Fett?" And I'm still to this day, "What's your freaking angle?" I don't see the comments he makes as necessarily more humorous or snarky than he would even in Empire in the 6 minutes we saw him, right? Yeah. I mean, he's no good to me dead, and all these kind of things he said to me is no different than I thought I was the crime lord. I feel like the same kind of one-liner he would pop anyway. So I didn't see him any different than that way. I just didn't see the reason the bounty hunter jump over. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't necessarily see him as a good guy. He's maybe an honorable guy. I think that's where it's all screwed up, right? Because maybe if he is going to be a good guy, this gangster bounty hunter angle is just not working at all either way.
And I think he figured that out through that thing. Yeah,
so maybe I'll make my total mind up because we're in a book of Boba Fett chapters. Maybe we got another chapter coming, right? There's going to be a season 2. Maybe that'll change my mind, and maybe we'll just see that if he changes his mind, he's like, you know what, that bullshit didn't work. Sure. I'm going back to being me, and he goes out and wrecks shop. Then I'll change my mind, and he's just a phase. I get that. He's going through a crisis after being swallowed by a freaking Sarlacc, So
go ahead, Crystal.
So I haven't binged it. I watched it as it came out, but I was hoping for more of like a straight edge killer kind of thing going into it.
think we kind of all
maybe
were.
kind of like a Dexter type of thing. I thought that would have been a good, like, I love to hate Boba Fett. He's such a badass. He just wants what he wants. Like, he's just trying to make a living.
Right.
You know, and I didn't get that. And I liked Boba Fett. Like, I liked, you know, the story and what they're doing. But I feel like they could have done better. I don't know, I felt like he was very naive on a lot of things.
100%.
Yes.
100%. We said that a million times. Like, what the hell is he? Why is he doing this? It seems like he's fumbling over his own words. Like, he's contradicting his own actions. And then when someone questions, he doesn't take sides. He goes with that side. He doesn't, like, it's
something you said there, Crystal, about him being simple and just trying to like make a living, right? That's exactly his father and his tagline. That's what they say, right? Just a simple man making my way through the universe. Why all of a sudden your simple man wants to be the head gangster? You're not a simple man anymore. That's a good you know.
No, I want him to like just walk through a room, like chop somebody's head off, and just
like Lax Vexen, the Mando, what he did in the opening scene of the season 1.
Yeah, Mando is what we always thought Boba Fett should have been.
So having two of those same characters, that's probably Jon Favreau's decision to be like, okay, let's we got badass Matt, because obviously that's his creation, and he's going to put his creation on a pedestal versus Boba Fett, who we all put on a pedestal, who was already that guy, right? So Jon Favreau kind of hit him down a couple notches. I want to highlight Cliff's thing here. Watch Screen Rant's pitch meeting on Boba Fett. Hilarious and points out all the flaws in a funny way. I watched it. I laughed my ass off because it was so true that at the same time you're like, yeah, that's exactly the show we got, you know. I guess what I was doing when I was binging, I really sat there, okay, I'm really gonna watch this. I'm really gonna pay attention to Boba Fett's demeanor and character and motive and everything moving forward. And here's the thing, I bought it. Did I necessarily love it? No, but I bought into what it gave me, and I was like, okay, they do that side. Like, all right, that's Boba Fett as it stands right now.
I feel like on Boba Fett, I like kind of the supporting characters that they were bringing in. Like they brought in the Rancor.
Chris Satin was my favorite. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. You know, so
except for the Mod Squad.
Maybe he'll right.
Yeah.
Let's get on our bikes, guys.
Get on our bikes.
Let's do a high speed.
To that point, what's he do with the Rancor now? If he's gonna leave, if we assume he's gonna leave, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, did he take the Rancor with him?
Yeah. You don't think so?
Yeah. I hope so.
I'm saying to him leaving.
I'm hoping upon hope that he takes him. I want to see the Rancor more. I want him to take the Rancor on a Star Destroyer. That's my new hope.
Yeah. What do you think is what makes you think he's leaving?
Season 2 is not what the fuck would he do on Tatooine for another season? Yeah, I'm going to use my one right there. I don't want to see another episode, another season of Boba Fett on Tatooine. I'm done. I'm almost done with Tatooine in the universe, but I get why
I've
it's
been
so
done
important.
For years. Yeah,
right. But I can't have 2 seasons of Fett. Fett needs to go help Mando. Mando helps him. He's got to go help Mando. That it has to be it.
And that's exactly what it is going to be. I mean, to everyone's points and everything like that, the problem with Boba Fett is everything that you guys have said is actually right and wrong. And because of that is because of we all have headcanon this to him being the badass that everybody wanted to see.
Of course.
And no matter what, when that didn't happen, it put everybody down. So Favreau did the exact correct thing and made a brand new character, just called the Mandalorian to what everybody expected should have been Boba Fett, and made that so that we didn't get that, because either people would have hated it or love it. And that's unfortunately the universe that we're in, is it's going to be hated or it's going to be loved. So he made a new one that everybody just on board and it brought together. Then he slowly brought him back and brought him in. Correct.
No preconceived EU, nothing to pull source material from.
Yeah.
That's a smart
we don't have
decision
that,
on that,
but we grew up with that. Just as we talk about the originals and how he revamped it, George didn't need to fix that. It's the same thing with Fett. Everybody thought about this with Fett, but instead we do get a canon Boba Fett, which went through in the Clone Wars and how he grew up and he wanted his revenge. And there was choices in there where he didn't want to kill people because he thought that that was wrong. And so we did see growth. Now I don't care about your damn timer.
I forgot about the timer.
Yeah. I get my turn for Fett. So
Yes.
with that, he had growth in it and everything. Now we're just seeing the continuation of the growth. And it isn't what people liked. But him being older, and all of us can agree to this, everybody grows and becomes something differently.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get what you're saying, Chris, about what was his meaning for it. Just like he was being asked and their whole duel and everything, it was great because we got to see them go at it.
Yeah.
But you're right. But I think the growth that he was that whole being together mentality that we didn't get enough of him being able to be saved by the Tuskens.
Yeah.
And he got this new mentality of togetherness, and you don't have to be alone.
Yeah.
But
He left
we
the
did see
viciousness
that
life behind, and
correct. We saw that with him being a bounty hunter with Aura and Bosk and everybody else, and they were still looking up to him, but Aura was a certain way and he wanted to stray from that. Now, even more so, the Tuskens made him feel that way. Could he still do something badass? He could have. He came in with the Rancor. He did all that. Was he joking? We all do. Everybody changes as you get older, and I think that's all we saw. Our badass now is Mando, unfortunately, even coming from a Boba Fett lover, supporter, everything like that. But everybody grows, and that's what we saw. Could they have done it a little bit too slow and everything? Yeah, they did. But if you go back and you watch it together, it does work out a little bit better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I get the
100%.
jokes and the everything that happened. But again, we just said that does happen throughout Star Wars.
Yeah.
So yes, you either hate it or you love it, but that's the way that it's always been with Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's
I don't
an
get why
evolved-
everybody loves him. He had 6 lines
Yeah.
before. Well, because he was this. So it's just about the evolution of him and the growth. And I'm glad that we see that. And I do think that part 2 of the Book of Boba Fett will continue on in this Mandoverse of him helping him. Tatooine now, it needs to be done. It does. Like, okay, he tried to bring it together with the kids, with the older people. He can run it that way. You know,
that's
Fennec,
not his home planet. You know,
correct.
No reason for him
Was
to
his
step.
badass?
Yeah.
Correct. You want to get into more family stuff, and that's what it could be. Mando can come to him exactly. We've seen Mando at the bottom. He's supposed to be there on Mandalore. He says, you know, this is my father, which we assume was there. You know, we saw his reading and like that. That Mando could be like, hey, I know where you come from. If this is where you're trying to get at, come take a look at this.
Yeah, I would
Like,
love
You've had
to-
a lot of time. You've had a lot of time to digest this, because I know for a fact you were not happy with the direction it was going in the first place.
No, but I had to, though, because it was still Star Wars and it was Boba.
And it's
I
canon.
mean,
You have to put it in its
well, that's
place.
what we
You have
all
to
do.
figure it
That's
out.
right.
Correct. And
Right.
I've had to get out of my head of that.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
just like that, I grew with it. It's not the Boba that I wanted, but it is
Agreed.
growth.
Agreed.
And that's what we've all turned into. We've
But
all
we-
been the asshole or the anybody looked at differently. And now it's like, hey, no problem. I just laugh it
Yeah.
off. Like,
Yeah,
why
but
would you laugh it
watching it-
off?
Yeah,
Like,
watching
you know?
it like I've been like, again, just kind of like out of the blue. I'm gonna put this on and binge it. You know, it just helped, and all the complaints, like Cliff was talking about the screen rant thing, all those little minor things and stuff we talked about, how the train all of a sudden they just show up, and then the reversal of the slave, all those things. I was watching. I remember talking about them, and I'm going, yeah, I remember this, but you know what? This is kind of fun for me because again, physics, Star Wars, throw it out the window, doesn't matter. And time, doesn't exist. It's just whenever, it's just to move the scene along. I bought into.
What do you think his next step of evolution will be then? What do
Well,
you think?
here's what I think is going to happen. I've told you my synopsis for season 2 Boba Fett. How whatever he built there, it's going to be taken away. The rug is going to be pulled right from under him. Either the Pikes come and they're going to annihilate Mos Espa, leaving him, maybe him and Fennec, to defend for themselves, and he has to seek out the Mandalorian for help at this time. So he goes out and that's his adventure moving forward. Or meeting up with Bosk, Dengar, something like that to reorganize the guild. Maybe he goes to Navarro and reorganizes and heads up the guild that was destroyed too, because what's his name? Grief Karga, he's not in there anymore. He's over there doing the mayor. He's like the policeman now. Right. So
I still think Fennec's going to try and take it away from him. I think Fennec's out for herself.
Fennec sees a different way than what's going on. She's more of the enforcer and everything like that.
She's the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
She even knew how to kill the Sarlacc. She killed the Sarlacc. He didn't.
Yeah. I think that it's just that is his family. He's going to get his origins. Mando's going to know something about his origins and needs help. And when he's like, I'm done with everything. Like, I got Tatooine, we're fine, whatever. And the origin's going to come into play, and he needs to go back to learn about that. So he can learn where he's coming from.
I think he's going to end up close to that. I think he's going to end up as a foundling to the Mandalorians now, an older foundling, and they're going to take him in as a Mandalorian, and that's the next piece. Because he's been a bounty hunter, he's been a gangster, he hasn't been an actual Mandalorian.
Right.
This whole family, this whole family thing with the Tuskens is on purpose. The Bo-Katan comment about you're not even a real Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You know, everything going on right now, they're leaving us breadcrumbs.
That's a great evolution for, like you said, that explore. Because here's the thing about that, and I was watching it again, the scenes that he kept seeing his father take off and on Camino, and he kept envisioning his father being there and the dead, you know, the helmet. So maybe he wants to go back and learn about his dad being the man. Maybe he wants to learn about the origins, and that would be very interesting.
You know, the chain code of his armor, where it was, you know, what did it say? Jaster Muriel, of course. It said it had Jaster Muriel's. That would be interesting to see. Now, him actually becoming a foundling. The only other Mandalorian we really see around that's active is Din Djarin. People would freak the hell out if he became a foundling under the tutelage of Din Djarin. People would freak out over that. You're going to replace my Boba Fett with Din Djarin, and you're going to make him subservient to Din Djarin? Yeah.
I don't think it'd be even that. I think it would be, well, he's got the Darksaber, right? So he's going to be in charge. So he'd be the one to make him. I mean, sure it's under Din, but he knows he has the Darksaber. I don't know. I wouldn't even be mad at that. I don't think he'd be so much under the thumb of Din Djarin, because Din Djarin doesn't really strike me as an under the thumb type dude.
Be more like under his clan.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't see that. I don't know, man. I don't see it as a.
And to everybody,
I wouldn't personally have a problem with it. People, half the people will hate it.
I think everybody would like it.
In the pit with their comments and everything, like, I get everybody. We all love Star Wars. We all love Fett and everything like that, and I get it. But I was even grown to. I didn't call him. What was this? Happy Fett, or what was it? Happy
nice guy Boba Fett.
Nice guy Fett. Yeah. I started calling him Grandpa Fett because he is that old. And I get the ass kicking and everything now, but when we all get to a certain age, I hate going to work every day. Yeah, it is damn hot. It's 110. I'm getting more blisters. I can't work like I used to because I'm that old, right? I mean, a lot of us have older kids now and like that. I cannot go do what that Boba Fett could do back then. I cannot go do what Ernie could used to do back in the day. Go to work,
saw it as
wake
like
up,
I can settle
DJ
down
a party
here
and dance all night and go back to work. I can't do that. I get wasted now at 4 hours at Disneyland.
Yeah,
like I'm done on Saturday. Like
I like to get wasted at Disneyland too.
Yeah, but I'm done.
I mean, but like that's the goal.
I can't do any more.
Goal there of the Book of Fett season to show this evolution of a character to like the retirement age. I quote unquote saved the city by being a crime lord.
There you go, bravo.
But now I get respect. Now at the end, everybody was respect him. He had the God, people were giving him fruit. He was walking the streets, they were bowing to him, and he's like, I don't know if I can get used to this. And she's like, you have to, and you know that's like goal met, you know, and it's a happy ending for a villainous character. Like Boba Fett is a badass character, but he's a villainous character. He maybe not be a villain, right? But he's like he's
Grandpa Fett now. Let me hear your stories.
He's looked upon on Star Wars as a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He goes in the bad guy section.
That's what I meant. So like now he's respected. He runs a community. You know, it's again, it's a path. People just maybe not like that path, but it's a
he runs a community like it's an HOA.
Yeah,
like Mos Espa is an HOA. Everybody's got to pay their dues. We get the
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's.
Keep your windows dusted.
It's no longer a crime. Like what I looked at it at the end, it was no longer a crime lord. He'd actually driven all the crime from Mos Espa.
But he's really bad at his job.
Really bad. They're supposed to steal from these people.
Okay, so he's there to take over being the crime lord, but he doesn't want crime there at all. There's no drugs. What crime is he running exactly?
None. At the end, it came to fruition. Like now he's just.
Is he the mayor? Is he
like he's the mayor now. Yeah.
But the mayor was there still until the very end.
Yeah, and that's why I think, like I said, season 2, the rug be pulled from under him. He loses it all and figures out. He does that whole thing like, I got these people killed because of my ability to enact. Right. I got rid of the crime lords, but now there's this power vacuum, and we can't have a nice thing. Not on Tatooine. Tatooine is not a civilized, structured government planet, right? It's an outer rim. It's the Hutts ruled it. They gave up control to the Pikes. Remember, the twins left. It's like, yeah, it's somebody else's problem now, the Syndicate.
Oh, Cobb Vanth. That's whose problem it's going to be. I forgot he's still alive.
Oh yeah, he's in the back. So there's a lot there to explore, and I kind of don't want, like I said, my thinking is hopefully it gets him all out of that situation that he put himself in, and
the pulling of the rug couldn't come from Fennec. Because like we said,
that's what
Fennec could still be selling her drugs and talking to the Pikes and everything, because she was still like all again. Okay,
end,
Grandpa,
she assassinated everybody, but under whose authority, right?
It wasn't.
She never said it was like Boba Fett says hi. You know, she never said she did. She killed everybody in that room. We're thinking
it's Fennec and Cobb working together.
Yeah,
because he's rearranging her wires on the side, and it's all
exactly. I see
that's what's going to happen. Boba's toast.
But I didn't get into
it. I don't think there's going to be a rug pull. I think we're going to get a generic. Hey guys, I'm leaving. You take this. It's not for me.
Just give it to
Cobb and Fennec.
That would be so anticlimactic after last season.
That's why I'm theory crafting that, because everything else in theory craft is too cool. So we have to go anticlimactic.
You're right.
Probably what's going to happen.
Downplay our expectations.
Like, okay, the whole thing with the Tuskens after they get killed with the bikers, we get a 5-second blast with Slave One. That's it, right? Like he should have all this bent up rage, just ready to go and destroy and do his break off with the knee rockets and the jetpack and the gauntlets and everything. Instead, he just drives on a drive-by with their backs turned, like a bitch, basically. You know, just like a punk. You know,
it was Grandpa Fett.
That was anticlimactic to me.
He forgot he had his jetpack on. Like,
he jump out.
And everybody was like, he had the jetpack on. Use it. Yeah, he forgot.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
I forgot too. It is.
He's getting old, man. I forget stuff. I forget what I'm talking about.
Hey, he forgot that he had the armor climbed out of the Sarlacc and going back in to find. Oh yeah, I forgot.
To be fair, Mando when he had Grogu up on the rock, forgot he had his jetpack 12 feet from him too. Exactly. So it ran up the hill.
He's right.
He did. He ran up there.
And he ran up there and took 4 minutes instead of taking the extra 10 seconds to put on his jetpack.
Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, it was great. All right, guys. Well, we're out of time. Like
spin the wheel. Okay, fine.
It's so funny how right when we get into it in the mode, we lose time. We're out of time. But yeah, that was fun. So again, 2 more things off the wheel. You know what? In the comment section after the episode drops, leave us comments on what we want to add to the wheel, because that might not be an every week thing, but you know, we have fun with it sometimes, especially when there's slow news going on. We will definitely bring out the wheel and hit some of the other comment sections on there. So again, give us more suggestions, even if they're controversial. We'll put them on there, man. We're not afraid of that. It's just, you know, we like to talk all through it. You know, I'm gonna go back and watch Kenobi now. I'm gonna binge Kenobi again to see if Flea makes more sense to me.
Oh God.
Okay, never mind. So
it made plenty of sense.
I loved it.
The running, the chase scenes are the problem in that.
No. I loved it, Chris. Because
my problem is Flea. I hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers with a passion. So yes.
Well, there goes their Patreon.
Damn it. I know, right?
Their support.
Yeah,
last time it was something about Anthony Kiedis, Leia. Now it's I hate Flea. It's just Jesus.
Yeah, alienating all our fan base.
It's what I do.
Chili Peppers are Star Wars fans. They did make Alderaan.
I don't give half a damn.
Well,
I like the Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I don't mind them at all. I don't mind them at all. All right, guys, cool. Thank you, everybody. This was fun. Again, the conversation continues all over our social medias on Facebook Central that we have. It's more meme posting than anything, but still funny. And polls in the community tab here on YouTube too. I know Scott's been at it with different polls and different conversations. Please go check out Hot Topic if you have not done so. It's only like a 25-30 minute video to get you all caught up, on the Mandoverse and for more. And Scott,
for the next few days, the questions are going to come right out of my very first trivia book I ever owned back in '83. This book right here. So we need to find out if Rusty Miller is still alive and get him on the show. You know, the original.
We'll ask him questions.
That's right. The Jedi Master quiz book.
That's a good way to get him too. Show him that clip. We need to find out if he's still alive.
That's right.
Wow.
Right. Hey, it's been 40 plus years. You never know. Okay.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Awesome.
Are you still
awesome.
alive? All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on our show.
All right.
Good.
Well, as tradition, when we wind down everything, we ask everybody to do one thing and one thing only. If you enjoyed our show, even if you haven't enjoyed our show, just we just do want you to make sure you wampa stomp that like button. Go ahead, do it.
Oh,
I see
no
the
Wampa
numbers
today.
I see the numbers climbing. You're doing it. All right. Okay. All right. Enough. No more liking. We're done. I'm just kidding. Keep continue to wampa stomp that like button. And thank you, everybody in the pit. You guys were awesome. Of course, we didn't get to every comment, which is a good sign because there's a lot of combo going in there. Okay, just real fast, Cliff. I wonder how many trivia items have been retconned. Well, that's something for
that's a good question
to ask the author on that. But
if he's alive,
if he's alive,
you got to figure it out first.
So. I do want to kick it over to Ernie to take us out of this thing and with his announcer voice. So Ernie.
Yes. No, thank you guys very much for being here tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Remember, just go ahead and give it away now and hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already.
You know what, you son of a bitch.
Just because,
I'm going to take a higher ground right now and just, take a higher ground and just shut up. So.
Doesn't want to be here. He'd rather be up in the sky in his aeroplane. Don't even worry about it. That's water under the bridge. We're here to support all types of music
downtown,
and all themes.
Under the bridge downtown.
Yeah. So it's all right. Can't stop, but we're gonna keep making all of those videos. I like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You could just suck my kiss, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, that went way too far. Sorry, guys.
It's like one of the few songs I actually like by them. So hey, go for it.
See, we know we'd pull you around.
Hey, man,
like
they are the worst. They are the worst band I have ever paid money to see live. They were horrible, and that was in their heyday, '92. Man,
how's that horrible? They just came out in socks.
Haven't liked them.
Yeah, who wouldn't like that?
Yeah, come on. All right, for reals, everybody. Thank you. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the. It is just a roller coaster of love here. God, Cliff, thank
Jesus.
you. Yeah. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and go tell your friends. Make sure you catch up on the latest, brand new edition of the Hot Topic that Chris, and he'll be having more as soon as he can get back into the swing of it and get all his setup away from over there. Right now, he's waiting on housekeeping to show up, and then hopefully we'll get another one. Yeah, watch those curtains too. Behind you, we've seen those. Staring at those butterflies. Yeah, don't worry about it. So, guys, don't forget we're on all social media everywhere from Facebook, Sarlacc Digest Central. It's 24/7 Star Wars talk. You'll definitely fall in love with it there. Check out our Twitter, our Instagram, and check out all those 1-minute toy reviews on TikTok. They're also posted here. If you're brand new to us and you were brought over by a friend, thank you for being here. Go back and check out all of that content that we have on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up and please drop a comment. That really helps us out. If you're so inclined, please don't forget our Patreon. That's how we get to help out our channel and mics and backgrounds and everything like that. It really helps, and we appreciate the support. Until we hit that 1,000, we're very close. So please, again, go tell your friends and hit that subscribe button. That really, really helps. Also, you can find each one of us on our own Instagram feeds and channels. The Artist Scott Solo, Bootleg Joe 760, Darth Dad, and Kyber Crystal with I'm sorry, Crystal, I need to get your story again. What is it?
Rogue Toys.
Rogue Toys.
Yeah.
Is it just all one word?
2 words, Rogue Toys. Rogue Toys. Like Rogue One, Rogue Toys.
Yeah. No, but on Instagram, it's not put together. It's separate.
It's Crystal.
Okay, there you go. And we got that.
That's the story.
So make sure you visit over there, put some orders in. She's got great stuff to order and everything like that. And then when you do order figures from there, be sure and go hit up Tashi Station Emporium for all your figure stand needs. And plus more news coming very, very soon. Put in Sarlacc Digest to receive 10% off your order. Marco's looking, but it ain't going to happen. All right,
I know. Right. I was looking for something. I was going to reach over there and grab something.
See? Too old. We can't do it, right?
No.
I'm not putting my back out to grab that. It's exactly what I'm saying.
Back out. It's almost
season. It's not worth it. It's not. Don't worry. New stuff coming. Definitely.
Oh, it's good stuff, though.
Again,
Stretch
Toshi Station
before the
Emporium.
show, Marco. Stretch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Limber up.
you do definitely
I
have
don't
to.
have anything.
Also, thank you to the Red 5 Network. Lots of great shows on there as well, too. Once you've gone through all of our playlists, don't forget to check out everything on the Red 5 Network. And we'll see you guys next week. You can join me Wednesday nights at 5:30 on the Fallen Fett Chronicles.
Ernie is back.
Yes, I am. With tons of shows.
And with that, Scott,
Keep it nerdy, everybody.